Here today. I'm out here on my morning walk. Got a little late day, slept in a little bit this morning, but I'm back at it. I had 4 days off after what was it? I walked last Friday, and then I took off on Saturday, Valentine's Day, and then Sunday. No, Sunday was Valentine's Day, but I took off last week, most of the week. My weight kind of went up a little bit. I was down to like 254 pounds. And that's down from 280. I think I was up 283, 84 is where I started back in November. Right before Thanksgiving, I started getting it off, and I dropped from 284. This morning I was at 257. So today I'm hoping after this walk I'll be back down. I usually use about 2 pounds on every walk, so 2 to 3 pounds. So I'm expecting to be back today back at 255. Um, and I'm well on my way. I got 5 more to do. My goal for the month was to get down to 250. I was at a little over 260 when the month started, so I'm down about 7 or 8 pounds right now. But but this month I just want to lose 10. I'm gonna be down to 250. That's the goal, and then the month of March, I'm gonna take the whole month. I'm gonna take my time with it. I could get it off fast if I want to, but I'm gonna get down to 240 in the month of March, and then I'm gonna probably play right there because I don't want to be no little bitty dude. I really don't. Never have wanted to be, but I do want to be in control of my weight. I don't just let myself go. Sometimes we just give up and say, you know what, I'm gonna be what I'm gonna be, and I am what I am. Well, that ain't my thing. If I don't like something, I'm gonna endeavor to change it. And what I can control, I will. The things I can't control, I gotta learn to let go. And I'm still learning that one. But the stuff I can control, I'm on it, man. And I don't like the way my clothes fit. I don't like the way I was feeling when I got up in the morning. I didn't feel, my stomach was feeling very, very bloated. You know, I'm talking about real bloated. So I wanted to get that thing under control. So I have. I'm not as bloated as I was before. I'm starting to come down. I can see it. Somebody I hadn't seen in a while saw me the other day. They're like, "Man, are you sick?" Like, no, I'm sick. Yeah, I'm sick. I'm sick into being fat. Now, I was fat, but I didn't stink. When you get fat and funky, that's a problem. So, some people, when you don't stink, you go okay to be with fat. When you start smelling yourself, it's time to lose some weight. When them rolls start, you have to put deodorant underneath them rolls to keep it honey. You know, then that happens. It's time to do something different. So myself, for me and mine, I'm gonna be at 255 today. Yeah, we haven't been at the club. Brothers past week. Uh, Gatekeeper. He passed away. I think Valentine's Day or somewhere around there. I should say. I know the family is everybody's gonna be there today, and we're gonna show up and show off for our brother. I'm sure, and that might mean we might come somewhere later on tonight. I feel accomplished because I got gold, I got it, but I had to do it. Now I'm on my way home to do my Saturday morning cleaning. During the week, we don't really clean up. We try to pick up, tidy up. Saturday morning is my cleanup day where I go clean the whole house, top to bottom, because I ain't no nasty Negro. I don't like nastiness or filth. So um, I got to go home and clean the house today. And so that's where I'm on my way now. That's the next journey. It's 3 miles. 3 miles, right at about an hour. Not 20 minutes per mile. We're having a few technical difficulties. The internet connection here is not very good where I'm walking. But I'm out here on 73rd Avenue. I'm walking toward my house, which is toward Bancroft. And I walked from my house. I went through Arroyo Park. I walked up to Plymouth Street. I took Plymouth all the way down to 90th, made that right on 90th, came back up to International E414, and then I stopped by the clubhouse to see what was happening. So I'm gonna be about like 3.25 miles today. Praise be to God. I'm just happy I can get up and move. I was thinking about that earlier. I thought about my ancestors and my grandfather and my great grandfather. They all lived to be up in their 90s and 100 years old, and they were all in good shape. So I just want to, as I get to approach those ages, I just want to be in the best shape that I can be in while I'm capable of being in shape, because I know as time goes on, my my faculties of being able to walk and get around like this may be hindered. But my thing is, I just want to keep moving like this as long as I can, because my energy levels are off the chain right now, even more than they were years ago, if I could say that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm feeling pretty good right now. My mind is sharper than it has been in a long time. My body is coming together with the weight thing, and my spiritual life has really, really been on point, because I've really been working on being spiritually right, trying to keep all those things that hinder your spirit out of my way, because to have spiritual discernment is a beautiful thing when you really can feel God and know that you're being led by God. And I know that sometimes I have to go through some work to get into that place, but right now I'm just naturally evolving in it. And part of that has to do, if I could keep it 100, it's just keeping sin out of my life, not doing anything that the Word of God tells me not to do. you know and the things that I believe, I believe I can have a glass of wine or a cocktail every now and then, as long as I don't be drunk with wine. I think that I can go out and hang out with folks, contrary to what some people may believe, that you are who you hang out with. No, I don't believe that. I believe that I am who I am no matter who I'm with. And when I'm with folks that really don't do right by God, and they see that I do, then they can live their life like that too. And I'm not saying I'm a 1%, 100% angel, because I'm not, but I do like to go out and have regular fun. I like to ride my bike. I like to be around brethren, just to hang out, man. I work so hard that when it comes time to just let my hair down, I want to be able to do that. And I know some folks say, I'm not gonna say some folk, the spiritual folk, the they say, you gotta remove yourself from sinners or people that are not sinners. Or they flock together. No, we don't. No, we don't. Because can't nobody make me do nothing I don't want to do. And sometimes I'm there when they get ready to do something that they shouldn't do, and I can be the reasoning mind. They say, no, that's why you don't want to do this right here. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm out here today. I'm almost 3 miles in now. I'm probably about two and three quarters. I probably got like a half a mile to go to get to the house, and a half a mile. That's gonna put me at about 3.3 and a quarter miles for the day. That's about 3 hours. I allot myself 20 minutes a mile, and 20 minutes I can do 1 mile. Actually, I'm right under that. I'm like 17 or 18 minutes per mile right now. And so 1 hour, three miles is just under an hour. That's all it takes, just under an hour every day. It really keeps the mind and the body straight. It keeps me consistent, not only in my physical, but on my business. My mind is so much sharper when I can get out here and do what I'm doing right now. My mind has just been so sharp. We've got a lot of great things happening for the company right now. Praise be to God. And we hired yesterday. We hired three new agents yesterday. Our goal for the month was 10. Right now, we're at 5 new agents this month. Actually, I'm going to say for the year, because we hired one in January and we hired 4 this month. So we've got a new five members on our team, and we're looking to do 5 more. So, somebody who wants to start a real estate career, um, they want to start a real estate career. Ah, somebody lost their phone, and I'm gonna take it out of the street and sit it down for them. I just walked past a perfectly looks like functioning phone on the street, so I picked it up and put it next to a pole. Maybe whoever lost it will come back and they'll find it. But anyway, I was just talking about keeping it pushing. In the business, we need to hire 5 more agents, and then this week, and I know we've got about 3 or 4 that are on my schedule for final interviews. I'm hoping that Susie and them can get the final interviews for 5 people set up. Um, and I take that back. We might only need 4, because there was one gentleman that was kind of on the fence yesterday. We interviewed him yesterday, and he was kind of on the fence about whether he wants to leave his current company. So I told him, just watch and see what we do, because sometimes people don't believe the level and the magnitude of what we're developing or what we've already developed. So sometimes it's best to just let them sit, let them see, and then you'll be able to see we're helping a lot of families right now. We've got a lot of opportunities in front of us. We're looking at helping 200 families this year. So I'm going to call it 200 families. That's a 10X. That's 10X from last year. 10 times what we did last year. That's what the book said. What book? It's called Grant Cardone. It's called 10X. And what he talks about is doing 10 times what you want to accomplish. And, if you get there, you get there. But if not, if you falter going 10 times, you definitely ain't going, you might come up short, but it won't be because you didn't try or you wasn't shooting for the parking lot. Like I say, I'm trying to hit them in the parking lot. I don't want no singles and no doubles. Been there, done that. I want them to fly out in the parking lot. Okay, so that's what we build. Yeah, I stopped a little bit on that one. So I got 21 minutes for the mile. That's a little bit slow, but that just put me over 3. I think she just said 3 miles, and I'm about a quarter of a mile from my house now. So we're going to be at about 3 1/4 for the day. But anyway, we're excited that we're rebuilding the business. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of faith. It's a lot of things that go into it. You know, but the biggest of these is my relationship with God keeps me centered. It keeps me believing. It keeps me having faith that my next move could be my best move. So I could just keep moving in faith. I don't have the finances, so I got to use faith. When you ain't got finances, you got the only thing else you got is faith, and that's what I've been using to rebuild my company. In the first place, I first built it. I built it off of faith. Faith is very valuable, you guys, if you know how to use it. And faith will make things happen that ain't supposed to happen when you just believe it. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just believing, staying away from people, them doubting Thomases, the ones who don't think it's possible, those that are trying to drag on it, those that are trying to hurt and linger. Look, I don't need none of that. I can win all by myself. That's what I'm saying. It'd be nice to win with somebody, but you know what? It ain't mandatory. What is mandatory is that I don't stop. That's the only thing that's mandatory is that you just don't stop. Because when you stop, there's no possibility. But as long as you're moving, you got an opportunity to get there. So that's what my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I'm okay. Stay out here walking. What's happening, boss? Yes, sir. I'm gonna stay out here moving every day. I got this weight under control now. I got it down. I could stop now and be happy because all my clothes fit. I'm a little worried about losing too much more because if I lose too much more, then my clothes gonna be draping on me. And I really don't want to. I really ain't into no new wardrobes right now. I don't need to be spending no money on no new wardrobes. So, so I might. I think when I get down to like 240, I'm gonna have to shut it down right there because if I go below 240, I'm gonna look like a dwarf in my clothes, or I'm gonna have a little skinny neck, skinny head. I don't want that. So my goal is right now. I got about 14 pounds to go, maybe 15 pounds to go to get to 240, and that's down. I'm almost down 30 right now, so I'm gonna be down almost 45 pounds when I get to my goal. And yes, I've changed my diet too. I have a meal service who brings me 4 meals a day, 4 meals a week. So I have that all set up. And then I've got myself an air fryer so I can eat steaks, which is what I've been doing on that keto diet, eat steak and a fresh vegetable. Usually I have that and stay away from all the carbs. And I'm not drinking no except when I have me a cocktail. Last night I had some carbs because I had me a couple lemon iced teas. And I felt, really took the edge off of it. But I felt pretty good. I didn't overdo it. Anyway, you guys, I just thank y'all for walking with me a bit. I'm just out here today, just doing what I love to do. I ain't gonna say I love walking because I really don't. I don't like this, but what other choice do I have if I want to? I want to keep eating the way I like to eat, and I don't want to. I don't want to have to go get a new wardrobe, and I want to feel better. And the only one that can make me feel better is me. So I'm gonna keep it pushing. Those of you out there that are overweight for 10 pounds or 5 pounds, all you have to do is just make up your mind that you want to get it off and do whatever is necessary to get it off. I tell people that all the time, I know if you ain't happy with the way you are, do something about it. I dare you. The problem that we have is that we can't stick to it and we let life get in the way. We let life get in the way of the things that we really, really want. We got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. I got to go to work. I got to do this. And we'll do that. At least I know me. I'll rather do all that stuff than be out here walking. So I have to make walking be a priority over even my job. I got to get up and get it in before my job. My work gets in the way. So that's why I walk a lot of times at night and late at night because nothing can, what am I don't, my phone ain't ringing at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. I don't have no appointments at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And people say it's dangerous out there. Well, it's dangerous to keep blowing up like I'm blowing up too. But the whole point is I don't see no danger out here, very little. in these streets at night. I know they say East Oakland is this, that, and the other, but those are people who don't walk these streets. I walk them. So I could tell you what's going on in East Oakland on just about any of these streets around my house because I've been down every one of them. And everybody that kind of know me around here too because they see me all the time. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm home now. I'm about to go ahead and clean up my nasty house. It ain't really that nasty, but you know, from the week's wear. We got a week's wear on the house. It's time to go get everything in order so I can start the week off with a clean house. That's the way I like to do it. Anyway, peace. Thank y'all for stopping through with me. Appreciate y'all hollering at your boy. Hey, if you got something you don't like in your life, change it. That's all you got to do is just change it because I'm changing my peace.